got tonight?
Well, that just brings us to my next question, because we do have a WBO junior middleweight title fight. It's for a vacant title between David Santos and Yuri Foreman. Now, my question is, how does Angulo do against the winner of that fight? Because David Santos is the type of fighter that will stay in the pocket with you a little bit. And we saw how he had a rough fight with Margarito, and he kind of traded shots with Margarito a bit. And, Yuri Foreman's a little bit more of a boxer, so that in itself is a good match between Santos and Foreman. But how does Angulo do against the winner of that fight? What do you think, Julian, on that?
I don't think that Angulo is ready for either Daniel Santos or Yuri Foreman. In a matchup against Yuri Boy Campus, Daniel Santos showed that he could box and stand in the pocket as well. So basically, I think that with Santos, would easily beat Angulo. All he has to do is stick to the same game plan as Kermit Cintron, and he'll have a backup plan as well. Santos could just beat him with the right jab. All he could do, beat him with the right jab. His stance would give Angulo a lot of trouble. Angulo kind of stands, with this, has his feet wide apart. He comes forward.
Hey, Blood, you there?
I'm there. He comes forward. He has that Jake LaMotta style. Angulo just comes right forward. Daniel Santos, who's a veteran, would just eat that alive. Yuri Foreman, very technical, very technically sound boxer. Very smart. Will use angles and box circles around Angulo. I don't think that Angulo is ready for that level at this moment. So I don't think.
Who would box circles around him?
Say that again.
Who? I said, who would box circles around him?
I think Yuri Foreman would box circles around Angulo. I think he's more of a boxer than Angulo. So I'm gonna say Angulo is not ready for Daniel Santos or.
I don't think Angulo's ready for anybody. I mean, come on, let's be honest. He ain't ready for anybody at this moment. I mean, going in there with Harry Joe. Can we all really agree that so what? He beat a guy, really, honestly, he was put in there to beat.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit fight. Right?
Right.
Anybody to make a prediction saying that Harry Joe could have done anything, it's got to be full of shit. I mean, I know that. I mean, that's not even a Betty's man bet.
Sure.
He hasn't even called out Kermit Cintron. I mean, he doesn't even want to call out Kermit Cintron at the moment. Who beat him? And who he could have beat? I mean, Angulo's a good friend of mine, but he knows. I mean, I've told him that. I mean, when are you going to call him out? He said he don't want to fight him again. I even told him on the radio show, leaving the ring. I said, if you beat him in 2 rounds, what does that say about your opponent? It means that he was nothing. He was a bum. A bum. Plain and simple. Who cares about that fight?
When I was at the Malignaggi Diaz fight and Harry Joe Yorgi was there, man, you should have seen the way some of the fans was bum rushing him like he's Mike Tyson or something. And I'm just sitting back. I'm there. I got credentials for the fight, so I can't really get caught.
Yeah, but that's in Texas. I mean, that's why. But that's up in Texas. That's why. You know what I mean? There ain't no fights over there in Texas. Really, I mean, of course they're gonna bum rush the guy. They're really getting any really superstars over there. Let's be real about that. I mean, the guy he was a nobody. He got in there. He had Jack Lowe, who was under his tutelage, and that's why he really got the fight. I mean, the bottom line is that he was there just to make Angulo look good on HBO, so to make it look better for him to get another fight with a potential big mega fight, maybe the possibility of a Sergio Martinez-Paul Williams, which really, honestly, I think he has no business getting in the ring with him at the moment.
There is no possible way Gary Shaw will make that fight with either one of them fighters. I don't see that.
Possible is a long way from now. Possible is a long way from now. Don't ever say possible. Everybody said the same thing about Shane Mosley versus Andre Berto, and it's happening.
Oh, well, that fight's a little bit more easier to make because, you know, it's not like you know what the outcome is going to be. We already
Do you think it was more easier to make when you seen Andre Berto get outboxed by Collazo? Come on, man. I know you don't believe that.
Well, people didn't think
I know you don't believe that.
They didn't think that Collazo had that type of skill set to unseat.
But you're just saying it was easier to make. Nobody believed it was going to be easier to make. Even after Sugar Shane Mosley even stated himself, he didn't want to fight Andre Berto. I mean, there's nothing impossible. Things could be made. Things can be made. Miguel Cotto versus Manny Pacquiao. Do you believe that was going to be made?
Hell yeah! Look at my video on YouTube.
Come on. A year ago, you believed it was going to be made. A year ago. You're going to sit here and tell me a year ago you thought it was going to be made? I don't think so. There's no way. There's no way now you're going to tell me right now a year ago that was going to be made. There's nothing impossible.
When did he fight Oscar De La Hoya? Wasn't that over about a year ago?
About a year ago. And you're going to tell me after Oscar De La Hoya.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Manny Pacquiao is a top-ranked fighter. Miguel Cotto is a top-ranked fighter. Manny Pacquiao entered into the fray at welterweight. How was it not an easy fight to make? You lose.
I don't know. You tell me. I didn't hear you talking about it a year ago.
Well, I wasn't even on YouTube a year ago.
I know, but come on. You're going to sit here and tell me. I didn't hear anybody talking about it a year ago. I mean, come on. Let's be real. Nobody was talking about it a year ago. Nobody was talking about it a year ago. But nobody was talking about it a year ago, so let's be real about it. Nobody was talking about it a year ago because everybody knew it was not possible. I mean, people were saying it was impossible. There is no such thing as not impossible. No such thing as not impossible in boxing.
Dave, nobody picked Yorgi to beat Angulo tonight. No one said that. The point of the matter is, where does Angulo go now? Obviously, he's got to be matched carefully because he's not going to be able to beat a slick boxer. We know
that exactly. But the question is impossible. Impossible. You said impossible.
Dave, we're not making the fights, David. We're not making the fights. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We're not in the room.
Exactly. We don't know. We don't know. So don't use the word impossible when we don't know. Don't use
the word impossible. No one said the word impossible on the show. You said impossible. We're not here to be.
No, I said there is no such thing as impossible in boxing.
We're here to talk about the fights that are put in front of us, Dave. That's all we're here for. We're here to talk about.
No. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying. I said you said the word impossible. There is no such thing as the word impossible.
We're here to talk about the fights that are put in front of us. We're not here to be Gary Shaw or be Oscar De La Hoya. We're not here to be Golden Boy Promotions. No one said that that's what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. We're talking about the post-fight that we just saw. And then we're saying, based on this performance, where does Angulo go from here? And then we're talking about the fight between David Santos and Yuri Foreman.
Did you not say, wait. Did you not say that he would never get Sergio Martinez or Paul Williams?
Winner of that fight. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
But did you not say that would not happen? I said, don't say it's impossible because there is a possibility it could happen. Do you think you'd be ready for it?
All we're saying is all we're saying is...
Man, come on, you're backpedaling, brother.
All we're saying is that would be a stupid fight. That would be a stupid fight for Angulo to take, and I don't think it would be made. That's all I'm saying. The money wouldn't be there. Now, it would be worth his while to take a beat.
Hey, as a fight, you know it wouldn't be there. He'd be getting paid, you know he wouldn't be there.
He'd be getting paid to do that. You know that. And you know he's going to make more money to fight Paul Williams than fight Dave Santos. You know that. You know that.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Stop skipping around what I'm saying. You know it wouldn't happen. And you know it wouldn't be there. The money would not be there. But don't say it's impossible.
What's your point, Dave?
I made my point. I've made my point.
What's your point?
I've made my point. I've made my point.
So explain to me what your point is. Break it down, because I don't understand. What's your point?
I just said right now, you said, when I had mentioned, do you think you would get Sergio Martinez, the winner, and you said no. You said no. You said no, that would be impossible. I said there's no such thing as the word impossible. Well, let me answer the question, Ashy. Let me answer the question, Ashy. If you want to hear my answer, allow me to answer.
This is Joe Beeb. This isn't Ashy. This is Joe Beeb.
Okay, well, Joe Beeb. Well, let me answer the question then.
All right.
Let me answer the question. You said right now, you said there was no possibility. You said there's no possibility.
I didn't say that. I said it's a slim chance.
What did you say then? What did you say?
with David Santos and Yuri Foreman. It's a slim chance. It's a slim chance, and you know that.
How is it a slim chance? Brother, how can that be a slim chance? How could that be a slim chance when we've got so many other things in boxing when there's no such thing as that? There's no such thing.
And of course, Mosley's going to fight Berto because he's got nowhere else to go. Cloudy won't fight him.
Okay, then there's no such thing as a slim chance.
Pacquiao won't fight him.
How Beeb? There is no slim chance. Why is Mosley taking the Berto fight?
Go with those guys won't fight him.
Why would he be taking the Berto fight if there's no such thing as a slim chance?
Because that's not a slim chance of happening.
Oh, come on.
Are we supposed to be crystal ball now? We're supposed to look into the future?
Of course not. That's why we're saying there's no such. Do not use certain words. Do not use certain keywords that do not define what you're talking about.
I use the word impossible.
Do not use certain keywords that do not define what you're talking about. Come on.
Impossible. Did I say the word impossible? You don't want me to say the word impossible.
What does that mean? What does crystal ball mean?
I said
what does crystal ball mean?
I said it's a slim chance. I said it's a slim chance.
What?
Angulo fighting David Santos or Yuri Foreman anytime soon. That's my opinion. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. Do I work for Gary Shaw? I do not. Do I know exactly what the next move is going to be? I can only speculate. Just like I can speculate Floyd Mayweather, there's a slim chance of him ever fighting Paul Williams. In my opinion. What would you say to that?
Anything?
What would you say to that?
I would say exactly what I'm just saying right now. It could happen.
What would you say to that?
Exactly what I just told you now. It could happen. It could happen, right?
But do you think it will happen? But do you think it will happen?
Right. Doesn't matter what I think. Could it not happen? Could it not happen? Answer the question. Could it not happen?
Anything could happen in boxing.
Okay, then that's what I wanted to hear. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Anything could happen in boxing. So don't give me this shit. It can't happen.
Ain't happening. Yo,
Dave.
He's not saying that it can't happen. He's just saying there's a slim chance.
I'm saying there's a slim chance of happening.
Mayweather ain't fighting no Paul Williams. Fuck anything can happen. Mayweather will never fight Paul Williams. I think we can go and write that down and put a date next to it.
We don't know that, though. We do not know that. Come on, man. We do not know that.
That ain't happening. And we
don't know that. Come on. We don't know that. If Paul Williams looks like shit, gets knocked out by a smaller man, you're going to tell me right now that Money Mayweather would not take that fight in a heartbeat. He will. He will. If he knows he's for sure he can win that fight.
Margarito just got knocked out by Shane.
Yeah, but Margarito's suspended.
But that year is almost over. He's about to come back. Do you think Mayweather will fight him, even if he wins another world title? You think Mayweather?
Okay, but does the money make sense though? If the Mexican people are not behind Margarito, why would he fight him? Remember what he said. He said, "I don't fight nobody over legacy. He fights people for money." See, the Margarito people. First off, listen, I'm Mexican, so don't even hear me. That don't even make sense because I'll tell you right now, Mexican people do not back up Margarito anymore. He's disgraced what Mexican people think of what fighters are supposed to be by doing what he's done. So money won't fight.
There are some of them that believe that he didn't use the raps. There are some of them that don't believe that.
Come on, man. We all know he used those raps. Yeah, those are the guys you call like Mayweather fans that don't believe that he's ducking people.
No, he's not. That's a whole different conversation, but he's not.
Okay.
He still ain't fighting Paul Williams regardless. That shit.
Exactly. So he ain't ducking nobody, right?
There's a
Now you tell me who he ducked. You tell me who he ducked.
Your boy just mentioned him right now, Paul Williams.
He's not ducking no Paul. You think Paul Williams? First of all,
Dave, is Bernard Hopkins ducking Chad Dawson? Dave?
I think he's ducking Hopkins. Why wouldn't he duck him?
Hopkins? Excuse me?
I think Bernard's ducking him. Why wouldn't he duck him?
Oh, okay.
What benefit would he fight? What benefit would he get off of fighting Chad Dawson? Come on, tell me the truth. What benefit? Look at what he did with Glenn Johnson. He ran the whole night. He didn't want to engage with them. You guys thought you really?
But that's the thing, though. I don't ever hear you talking about Bernard Hopkins ducking Glenn Johnson. All I ever hear is you saying that Mayweather's ducking people.
How come when you had Roger Mayweather on your show, you didn't tell Roger? You didn't ask Roger those tough questions. When you had Roger on your show. How come when you had Roger on your show, you didn't ask him why Floyd ain't fighting the big fights? Why you didn't ask him that? Why you didn't ask him that, Dave?
Why did you call in?
Why you didn't ask him that, Dave? Why you didn't ask him that, Dave? Why you didn't ask him that, Dave?
What question is that?
Why you didn't ask R.A. the Rugged Man yesterday? Why was he just repeating everything that Brian Kinney said? And all of a sudden, R.A. the Rugged Man, R.A. the Rugged Man is a boxing guru because he goes on a freaking radio show. Now he's a boxing guru, and Brian Kinney said the same exact thing that R.A. the Rugged Man said.
I think I did say that. I did say that.
Same exact thing that Brian Kinney said. So all of a sudden, R.A. the Rugged Man is shit because he was the first guy to ask Floyd Mayweather the tough questions, and that was bullshit. That was bullshit, David, and you know it. And you had Roger on your show. And you were not up when you had Roger on your show. You don't allow me to answer the fucking question. You're not going to allow me to answer the question. You didn't ask him one thing. And then 3 months ago, you told me Roy Jones should retire. And then when Roy Jones was on your show, he was the best pound-for-pound fighter ever. So don't tell me. Don't tell me nothing. Best pound-for-pound fighter. Don't tell me nothing. You hear me say you ain't Jones on your show, man. You fucking said 3 months ago, you told me he should have retired, boy. You told me he should have retired. Why you didn't tell him to retire when he was on your show, Dave? Why you didn't tell him to retire when he was on your show, Dave? All right? Why don't you tell him to retire when he's on your show?
Because we never made that
statement. Why don't you tell him to retire when he's on your show, Joe?
Because I never thought he should retire. You know why? Because he's getting $4 million to fight Danny Green. If you could get $4 million, would you retire? Come on, Dave. Thought you knew the business, bro. Thought you knew the business, bro. I thought you knew it.
Obviously you don't. Obviously you don't, right?
Would you retire if you could still make $4 million for a fight? Would you retire if you could still make $4 million for a fight? Come on, Dave. Come on, David.
Who's talking about retiring, dog?
Come on, Dave. You want me to do a calculator or something? Come on, David.
Who's talking about retiring, Joe?
You told me that Roy Jones should retire. Huh? 4 months ago when I made the Roy Jones,
what question?
I made a Roy Jones video, and you told me that Roy Jones should retire. Did you or did you not say that? Be a man and admit it.
I said he should retire. I think he's done.
All right, so why you didn't tell him that when he was on your show? So why you didn't tell him that when he was on your show? So why you didn't tell him that when he was on your show?
What am I going to tell this man, a grown-ass man, that he should retire? For what?
Why you ain't going to retire? Roy, you're not the same fighter. You didn't even say, Roy, you weren't the same fighter you were back in '97. Why you didn't say that to him? Because I would have said that to him.
You wouldn't have said that to him. That's why you didn't even call him.
I would have said that to him. I would have said that to him. I would have said that to him.
Right now, but you didn't call him.
Hey, y'all, this is how heated boxing fan here right here, people.
Come on, man. Can't get a word in edgewise, Dave. Come on, man. We let you talk on this show, Dave. We let you talk on this show, Dave. Dave, we let you talk on this show. You kind of went off over there.
I'm nobody.
You kind of went off over there. You're welcome on this show anytime, any day, all day, David. You know that. You know that.
But I'm nobody.
You know that.
You're supposed to
know that, David.
Tell me, come on, man. Come on.
You know that, David. But all I want to know is why you didn't tell Roy to retire when he was on your show.
I just told you why.
Why?
I just told you why. You weren't paying attention?
Why you tell me that? Then why you tell me that?
Thinking that you know everything.
I don't know. I know what I know, Dave. I know what I know.
If you're too busy,
I know what I know,
thinking
Dave.
you know everything.
I know what I know, Dave. I know what I know, Dave.
Okay, then tell me what I just said a minute ago.
Dave.
Tell me what I said a minute ago.
Where'd you go to boxing school?
Tell me what I said a minute ago.
Where'd you go to boxing school and get your degree? Tell me what college of boxing you went to, Dave. Tell me what college of boxing you went to. Tell me what college of boxing you went to.
I went to the school of hard knocks. Where did you go?
Oh, okay. That's a nice tough guy.
I went to the school of hard knocks, Joe. Where did you go, Joe? What college and university did you go, Joe? What college and university did you go, Joe? I went to the school of hard knocks. Where did you go? Where did you go?
That's what I said when I was in high school, Dave.
Besides the kitchen, Joe, where did you go? Besides fucking flipping hamburgers and shit, where did you go?
Flipping hamburgers.
Exactly, Joe. Exactly, Joe. That's what I thought, Joe. Yeah, don't know what screw somebody that's gonna screw you back, homeboy.
You don't know one thing of what I do, bro. See? You don't know one thing of what I do, bro.
Don't talk shit about me, homeboy. If you don't know nothing about me, don't tell me anything either.
You don't know what I do.
Don't tell me anything either, brother.
You can't take the debate.
If you cannot take a debate, then you should hang up the phone, sweetheart.
I ain't gonna hang up the phone for someone like you.
Then don't get mad, brother. Don't get mad.
Y'all calm down, though.
Chill
out, I know what I do. I know what I do. I know what I do. I know what I do for a living.
Obviously you don't, because you're getting upset.
I know what I do for a living.
Obviously you don't, because you're getting upset.
I know what I do for a living. I ain't gonna get mad. Why am I gonna get mad? You know,
the truth of the matter is, hey, we all boxing fans, man. Just chill out, man.
Read my profile. You know I work with food, so you must be interested in what I do.
How about that,
Yeah, I'm interested in what you do, brother. You're questioning me. You're questioning me. So I'm asking your question. You question me. I'm asking you.
I want to know what boxing school you went to, though. I want to know.
I just answered your motherfucking question.
Boxing,
I just answered your question. I never said I was a guru in boxing,
Dave, I never said I was a guru in boxing, Dave.
I never said the same thing either.
I never
said the same.
That don't mean shit.
I never said the same thing
I got
either.
a degree in finance, and I got a degree in food management, Dave. I got a degree in finance, and I got a degree in food management, Dave.
So what does that mean?
People flip hamburgers for me, Dave. It's not about me flipping hamburgers. I ain't worried about what I do. You ask me what I do, that's what I do.
So then why are you worried about where I be?
I went to Newbury
College. So why are you worried about where I be at then?
I went to Newbury College. I went to Newbury College and I went to Bishop College. So I want to know how if you don't even know School of Hard Knocks is accredited. I want to know if that School of Hard Knocks is an accredited university, Dave.
It is accredited university where I come from, baby. It is accredited university where I come from.
All right, good for you.
It's like it's accredited university where you come from.
Y'all really, this point right here don't got nothing to do with boxing, though. What y'all is talking about right now, y'all need to get off that shit right there.
Hello?
Y'all get off that, man.
Yo, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Blood, you on, Blood? Blood, what's up, bro?
I'm here. I don't know if I'm coming through.
Why you introduce yourself? David's all mad at me because I think that Alfredo Angulo will not fight the winner of David Santos versus Yuri Foreman. David's mad at me because I said that. Hey,
I was not mad at you. I said, do not say something that's not impossible.
David, I did not use the word impossible, David.
Hey, Blood, answer this. Obviously, the homeboy here, he don't have very good ears. Did I say that I was mad? Did he not say it couldn't happen? I said, do not say it's not impossible. There's no such thing as impossible.
I said it's
I think where the confusion is the impossible word. He's saying he didn't say it was impossible. I mean, anything could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, the chances of it happening could be slim.
Now, homeboy gets hurt. Homeboy gets hurt because 97 Ruff.
Dave, come on, Dave. Dave, stop it. Stop
being sensitive. Stop being sensitive.
Foolish, David.
Stop being sensitive. You act like I shouldn't.
I think tonight's show is an example of what boxing fans are all about right here. This is how we talk when we in the bars and everything like that.
I know. Joe, stop being sensitive. Stop being sensitive, okay?
Personal. He can say whatever he wants.
You know I love you. You know I love you, man. You know I love you. You know I love you, Joe. Stop being sensitive. You acting like I stole your bike away from you.
Come on, man. You can have my bike. I don't drive a bike. I drive a freaking Mercedes. Fuck, you want my bike? You can drive my bike.
Okay, you act like I stole your shoes right now. Stop being sensitive.
Dave, I'll give you my girl for now. You want my girl? What do you want, Dave?
Nah, man. No. I like pretty girls,
David.
I like pretty girls.
Dave, stop it. Don't get heated, Dave. It's only boxing.
I'm not getting heated, brother. You know what I know?
We're going to fight and get paid.
Man, listen to me.
We're going to fight and get paid. Dave, we ain't going to fight and get paid.
Johnson-Dawson rematch. What's up with
let's talk about that.
Let's move on. let's move on.
Yeah, I think that tonight that Dawson, I don't think he did